Idyllic conditions here at East London Grand Prix circuit. Not a white horse on the ocean. A little bit of a breeze down the main straightaway. Perfect timing for global touring cars. We managed to catch up with Joanne de Freitas, the PR and events manager for Sumitomo Rubber.
Oh, it's fantastic. We absolutely love being part of motorsport. We attend all the functions around the country. We are on the Polo Cup, which is where we started, and we've grown substantially in all the other races. We have got a huge heritage of motorsport internationally, and we are so excited to be bringing this in a much bigger scale into South Africa.
Team Red Racing locked out both GTC's and GTC SupaCup pole positions, with Brad Liebenberg and Leighton Fourie getting the R2,500 courtesy of Dunlop. Great to chat there with Joanne de Freitas and find out the exciting times that are happening here with global touring cars and all the categories that Dunlop are involved in. Brad Liebenberg, Saud Variawa front row ahead of Volk and Van Rooyen, Van der Watt, Mandakani and Andrew Rackstraw at the back end of the GTCs. In the GTC Super Cup, Leighton Fourie and Jeff Kruger side by side as teammates. Machotsi and Keegan Masters for Team Perfect Circle ahead of Daniel Rowe, who makes a welcome return to global touring cars for the first time and steps into Andre Besaidno's seat. Saud Variawa on the front row is definitely a danger man. With the way things have gone in practice and qualifying, the Toyotas seem to have the pace, although in a magnificent lap from the Hype Energy Golf GTI here from Team Red Racing's Brad Liebenberg put him on pole. He is going to battle, and he's going to be fighting hard with 4 Toyotas around him, and they are swamping him as they cross the line for the first time and start this race in anger. Look at where Rackstraw's going, onto the dirty stuff in the Audi. That's not a Quattro Audi, Andy, as they come into Potter's Pass. It's Hype Energy's Brad Liebenberg who leads out over Saud Variawa, who gets swamped on the inside there from Robert Volk. Championship leader and the man who's got the number 1 plate moves himself up into second place, and then it's Team Gazoo Racing 3x3 into Rifle. As they come out of Rifle, looks like Saud Variawa has been able to hang on just ahead of Michael van Rooyen as they get onto the brakes now for Cocobana Corner. GTC Super Cup already through and heading towards Rifle. Looks like on the inside, Leighton Fourie on the outside, Jeff Kruger, teammates side by side, but Leighton's got the inside line and the advantage, and starting to close them down rapidly. There is the Sonex car. What a good start coming out of Jonathan Machotsi. He's putting pressure on the inside there of Arnie Neveling, and Neveling with some pressure of his own from Keegan Masters. First of the Team Perfect Circle cars, Masters dives on the inside of Neveling as they went into Cocobana. Back to the front end of Global Touring Cars, and there you can see they're starting to rack things up, and Rackstraw's moved up 1 position. He's moved up just ahead of Van der Watt. We go on board here with Leighton Fourie as they come into gate corner for the first time. He's got Jeff Kruger on his tail. Right behind that is the Sonex car, as I said, of Jonathan Machotsi. He leads out both of the Team Perfect Circle cars, who are sandwiching Arnie Neveling. Van der Watt at the back there. Not quite a good start from JP as what we normally see, but JP will start to make his way through the field rapidly if he can. Here's a move from Saud Variawa, forcing his teammate, well, stablemate in the Toyota factory, but 2 separate teams there, of course, fighting hard for position on track. And Volk is now absolutely wing mirror to wing mirror with Saud Variawa as they head down towards Potter's Pass. Now, inside line is where you want to be. That's where Variawa is. But Volk, of course, being a man from this town, knows this track really well. Born and bred here and spent a lot of time in various race cars around this track. He has to settle for 3rd place though and falls into the clutches of Michael van Rooyen. Van Rooyen now putting the pressure onto the back end of the WCT and Chemical Logistics Toyota. It's Gazoo Racing 2, and it's in 3, 4 and 5. The other Toyotas that are fighting on, and there comes Van Rooyen on the inside of Ndakani. Eventually squeezes Ndakani out. He gets it out of shape and back steps out there on Munda's car. The 2 Team Red boys getting away here from the 2 Team Perfect Circle cars. And it looks like a bit of a move on here from Keegan Masters' point of view. Here's Neveling's point of view as we go into Cocobana, right onto the tail of Machotsi. Machotsi lost out. Masters dive on the inside, got through on him. Machotsi slots back 1 position. Watch for those hazard lights to come on. Are we going to see any push-to-pass mechanisms being used? No, not this time out. We're on board with Arnie Neveling as they head towards gate corner. Back to the front end, and it's Leighton Fourie leading his teammate out. The 2 Team Red boys getting away from this pack. Team Perfect Circles, Daniel Rowe, not quite up to pace just yet there, but slowly but surely getting back into it. And then you got Donnie Fanica fighting hard there with Hammond. Hammond all over the back end of Fanica, looking for a chance to dive through there on the Titan Stunts and Car Care Clinic car. It's a fantastic run there from the man from Cape Town. But now as they come up towards Beacon Corner, Jeff and Leighton getting away. Keegan Masters trying to close them down. Machotsi wants to run with Masters. Behind him it's Arnie Neveling and then Daniel Rowe. Daniel Rowe closing that gap rapidly onto the back end of the Padgett Racing and Stradale Motorsport entry. Good start. There goes the push to pass. Hazard lights go on, and those push to pass mechanisms being used by a couple of drivers as they come to complete a lap in anger. Global Touring Car Super Cup heating up back to the front of GTCs, and this time out it's Brad Liebenberg who's under pressure. Robert Volk has closed that gap down on the Hype Energy Golf. We spoke about the fact that the Toyotas have got the top end. It's just placement of that car that has kept Brad Liebenberg at the front end for now. He hasn't got the same kind of top end as the Toyotas have got, so what he's doing to stay in front, only he knows. And his placement on the circuit is perfect at the moment. Coming out of gate into the complex and out of it through the sweep. Watch out for that chemical logistics machine of Robert Volk. The number 1 plate on that car shows that he's got what it takes to win championships. Can he go back-to-back in 2022, though? He gets to the front end, and he's got through. A bit of a move there from Robert Volk. It looks like a little mistake there from Brad Liebenberg as well. Has dropped him to third. He's now fallen behind Saud Variawa. So Liebenberg has to probably have to settle for third place here. Rackstraw's also fallen back behind Van der Walt. So Andrew Rackstraw, a man who's set a lap record here in a single-seater, certainly knows what to do to get a car around here fast. But it's a slightly different machine he's in there, in that Race Driver SA and InvestChem car. The Audi, not quite up to pace. Speaking of pace, whoa! Big move there from Van Rooyen. Had a long look up the inside, trying to find a way through there on Brad Liebenberg. But Liebenberg had the door firmly shut through Potters. Now through Rifle. A little bit of margin that's opened up there, and you can see gaps have opened up between the top 4 and between the bottom 3. As they come down on the brakes to Kochabana again, Variawa from Liebenberg. Liebenberg trying to hang on here and survive and maintain, hopefully, a podium position there for his Team Red Racing and Hype Energy Golf. As they come through there, oh man, he's working hard. So is Rackstraw. Rackstraw trying to come back in front of Watt. See him step the back end of the Audi out. As they come into the complex again through gate corner. 1 and 2 on track is 1 and 2 on this championship. 1 and 3 in the championship last year. As Variawa finished up in third place with that number 3. He'd love to make that a number 1 at the end of the season and become the youngest champion in global touring cars ever. Brad Liebenberg certainly looking to do the same thing here as he comes through. After a fantastic effort over the last couple of weekends, winning the Africa Open karting, he now comes back into contention for the championship that he wants more than anything else. Late braking from Variawa, late braking from Van Rooyen. The 2 Gazoo Racing Corollas certainly looking to close things down and change things up. But just running out of time on track. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Volk from Variawa. That's the first 2 across the line. Let's go back to Jeff Kruger fighting hard as they go in the gate corner, trying to find a way through here on Leighton Free for the win in GTC SupaCup. And these 2 have fought all race long. It's basically the 2 teammates fighting hard here. They've pulled slightly away there from Keegan Masters, who possibly will finish in third place for Team Perfect Circle. A good run there from him. His teammate a bit further down there, Daniel Rodo, has certainly enjoyed himself in the Global Touring Car Super Cup category. But Leighton Free has got the drive up the hill towards Beacon. Jeff Kruger doesn't seem to have an answer. It's Masters who's going to finish in third. Oh, fourth place is still up for grabs though. Look at Arnie Neveling having to go defensive on Daniel Rowe and Arnie van Niekerk in the background. But coming to the line, it's going to be Leighton Free for Express Hire and Team Red Racing. He'll finish up just ahead there of Jeff Kruger for Team Red Racing and Bourbon Eyewear. And Team Perfect Circle coming through for third place with Keegan Masters just not able to bridge the gap there to the top 2. But what a great start, and what a way to start things out here for our Global Touring Cars and Super Cup category coverage. There are the official results. Volk from Variawa, Liebenberg and Van Rooyen and Nkani in 5th place. Fareed, Kruger, Masters, Machotsi and Neveling, your top 5 in GTC Super Cup. Let's catch up now with Robert Volk after race 1 win in GTC.
Got the start I wanted. Got up to second on the start, but yeah, just struggled to get past Brad initially. Pace was really good, balance was good. Variawa took a lunge, knocked me out of the last corner, got past me, and then yeah, got a little bit dirty, moving under braking, moving down the straights. Wasn't pleased with that, but yeah, ran off, managed to get past, which is great. And then yeah, got Brad around Potters on the outside, so got a good run him into the Potters itself. So yeah, awesome race, and then the balance was great, car was great, so all credit to the team.
Great effort from Leighton Free as well, and a fantastic battle with his teammate.
Threw everything at me. It's a very tough race for us, but we kept our head and yeah, defended where we needed to, and it started to become a little bit of a routine. But yeah, I had all the push to passes there at the end, and I got a little gap, but he closed it on the last lap there. Yeah, the pressure was always there, but it's good racing, and we're going to throw everything at them at race 2.
Let's get ready now for race 2. Time to go racing. 12 laps coming away now of Global Touring Cars and Super Cup, and that's a start of note there from Robert Volk as he blitzes down, trying to get through the pack. Remember, he comes from an inverted grid. It means that Julian van der Walt will be at the front end in the Ford, and he is. And he's got Michael van Rooyen right on his tail. 2 Gazoo Racing Corollas trying to squeeze Brad Liebenberg out as they go through Potters Pass. Brad's on the outside. Robert Volk tucked in behind that, and then it's Rackstraw. Rackstraw trying to get into the action there with Robert Volk and follow him through if he can as they go through Rifle Bend down towards Kochabana. Dying light is going to certainly affect the abilities of these cars, and of course also the ability of the driver to see in the very low light conditions, particularly down here at Kochabana. It gets exceptionally dark. Doesn't look that much much at the moment, but I can tell you something, it's a completely different circuit to what they raced on earlier on today. And there's problems in the background, a big tag. And that is one, it looks like it might be Brad. Brad Liebenberg is sent to the sideline. Yes, it is. Brad Liebenberg coming together with Rackstraw, and the two of them are on the inside of Kookaburra as you exit that corner. I think Nakani had to take evasive action, which is why he dropped back ever so slightly there in the third of the Gazoo Racing Corollas, and it's gifted an opportunity for Robert Volk to move up to fourth place. He's now only got 3 cars to try and contend with. If he can try and catch his teammate, or even ask possibility of Van der Walt to slow that pack down. At this stage, Van der Walt is trying to get away from Van Rooyen, and then on his tail, Variawa. So the two V's fighting hard there with Van der Walt, and they're all fighting hard for the lead of GTCs. What a start to this one. Let's have a look at the replay as it came out of Kookaburra. You can see just on the inside line there, just a little tag. Oh, and Brad Liebenberg just across the nose there of Rackstraw. Rackstraw ends up in the grass, so does Liebenberg, and the two of them out of that one. This is GTC SupaCup, and at the front end, it's Masters who leads things out by the looks of things as they come up towards Beacon Corner for the first time. At the back end of the field, Nick Davidson still leading the Masters Championship, and with Andre Besaidon sidelined at the moment with that hip injury. Hopefully he'll be back by the end of the season, but it looks like Daniel Rowe might be sitting in that seat right until the closing stages of 2022. At this point, we go back to GTCs as they go down into Kookaburra, and what a move there from Van der Walt. He's trying to get back to the lead. Michael Van Rooyen's got to the front, only just, and nearly got it retaken from him. There you can see on the sideline, Keegan Masters out as well, at the same place that Brad Liebenberg and Rackstraw came together. So Keegan Masters will be watching from the sideline now, so it'll be up to Daniel Rowe to fly the flag high. But look at this action in GTCs. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Van der Walt under massive pressure there from Variawa, and Robert Volk is applying the same amount of pressure onto the back end of Variawa as what he's doing to his teammate. So the two teammates fighting hard at the front end. Jeff Kruger trying to come through there as well, trying to find a way through on Mahotsi. Daniel Rowe currently leads things out. First time for him in Global Touring Car SupaCup category. And he was participating in the GTCs itself, in those GDI 8s. But unfortunately, we've lost those two cars now, but he is certainly loving life at the front end of GTC SupaCup and leads things out over his teammate in the Sonex car. It's not his teammate anymore, but of course, they're all Volkswagen teammates when they're racing together this closely. The Sonex car there, Mahotsi in second place, putting the pressure onto Daniel Rowe and using some push-to-pass mechanisms. They go across the line. Looking for the lead is Mahotsi, and here comes Jeff Kruger and Leighton Fourie along for the ride. Just behind that, they line up in a big, big way. Donnie van Niekerk having one of the best runs we've ever seen out of him. He currently sits in 5th place ahead of JP Van der Walt. There's a move on the inside from Jeff Kruger trying to squeeze Mahotsi on the outside, and he's going to get on the inside there. Look at that. From Mahotsi's point of view, they go through side by side. Out of Potters now heading towards Rifle, and he just squeezes out Mahotsi. Mahotsi trying to hold on to the outside line. Jeff giving him just enough room to play. That is very close action there between these cars at over 230 k's an hour through Rifle Corner. Now on the brakes, Jeff's on the inside. He tucks right underneath Daniel Rowe coming out of Kookaburra. Little tag there. Jeff Kruger coming together with Mahotsi, and it's given Leighton Fourie an opportunity to get through on Mahotsi as well. So Mahotsi gets sent. Oh, speaking of sent, wow, where has Variawa ended up? On the banking just before the sweep. Something went wrong there on the Gazoo Racing car, and he's ended up on that banking. Can he get it going again? Looks like it just fired up as we said that. Now coming into gate corner, this is Leighton Fourie around the outside of Daniel Rowe. Little tag between the two of them again, and there's a little bit of touching and rubbing as racing. Ooh, little rub there as well from Leighton Fourie's point of view. He forces Daniel Rowe wide. Daniel comes straight back at him, not going to give him any room to play. They come out of the sweep and up towards Beacon. This is Daniel Rowe's point of view from Leighton Fourie's eye line, and looking straight into the back end of that Team Perfect Circle car. Looking for a late braking coming out of both of them. Oh, and a tag there between Rowe and Fourie. They come together, and Mahotsi's in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's on the outside of those two coming together. This is Leighton Fourie now trying to come back at Daniel Rowe, giving Jeff Kruger an opportunity to get away at the front end of the SupaCup class. He's opened up a bit of a margin now. The fight is on, and they're almost all concertinaing up there. Fantastic run here. This is Daniel Rowe's point of view. Oh, Leighton Fourie goes for a push to pass, goes around the outside. Here comes Daniel Rowe. Can he return the favour? Here they go through Potter's Pass. Absolutely everything she's got. Daniel Rowe now looking to try and return the favour onto Leighton Fourie. As they come through Rifle Corner, he'll be early on the brakes. Mahotsi's all over the back of him as well. The Sonex car looking for a way past on that Team Perfect Circle machine. Can he find a way through? Daniel Rowe has to go defensive. By going defensive, he's lost out an opportunity to dive on the inside of Leighton Fourie, but he comes up on the inside and has a go. Not quite close enough. This is fantastic race action here between Leighton Fourie and Daniel Rowe as they come out of Kookaburra Corner. 3 by 3, the rest of the pack coming through the back there. Look at Arnie Nevling not having it quite his own way, and the GTC cars are coming along to the back end of the SupaCup category. So we've got the lead cars coming through there, possibly going to spoil the day for some of the back markers in the SupaCup class. As they come through now to complete another lap in anger. This is through the sweep. We've seen lots of action through here all day long. Leighton's pulled a small gap now away from Daniel Rowe, and Daniel Rowe having to go defensive on Mahotsi's attack is the reason why he might have just fallen out of it slightly. Coming up onto the brakes, Jeff Kruger doing it all right, getting away and staying out of all the harm behind him. And Frackel that's raging. Then you got Van der Walt, who brings up the rest. And I can tell you something, JP Van der Walt is having a fantastic run there in that mid-pack, keeping out the rest of the SupaCup category. Let's have a look at a replay here one more time. This is from Leighton Fourie's point of view here, from the start, heading down into Potter's Pass. Little touch on the inside from Jeff Kruger, and that is Keegan Masters. Something went wrong there. I think he might have had a puncture. Keegan Masters with a puncture there that slung him on the sideline and off the track, which is why he parked down at Cochabana corner. Big moment there for Keegan Masters and for the Team Perfect Circle man. There's Robert Volk. He currently sits at the moment in second place. Michael van Rooyen, though, has disappeared at the front end. The checkered flag is on standby, and van Rooyen eventually is going to take that checkered flag and be the first man across the line for Gazoo Racing. You can see some of the back markers in the way there, but they're not going to be worried about him coming through. Flag comes out, and it's van Rooyen who gets the victory in race number 2. He wins out over Robert Volk, and Ndakani will come through for third place, making it Toyotas 1, 2, and 3 across the line there for the GTCs. Jeff Kruger now with a comfortable lead as well there for the SupaCup class, beating out his teammate Leighton Fourie here, who's had an epic battle in the background. Daniel Rowan Machotsi fought hard as well. JP Van der Walt and Brad Liebenberg eventually coming through the pack and getting into the mid-pack there of the fracas that was GTC SupaCup. Jeff Kruger taking the victory, Leighton Fourie in second. And as I said, Brad Liebenberg will come through for 5th place in global touring cars in the middle of the SupaCup category in that Hype Energy GTI. Let's have a look at the official results there. It's Van Rooyen from Volk, Ndakani, Van der Walt and Brad Liebenberg. And Jeff Kruger wins out this time over Fourie, Machotsi, Daniel Rowe and Donnie van Niekerk. Gazoo Racing's Michael van Rooyen must be ecstatic with race 2's victory.
We struggled with pace this whole weekend. I didn't have the best of balance all weekend, but I think we finally got it sorted in race 2 rather late than ever. And yeah, he's got a good start, a better start than race 1, and managed to get past Julian quite quickly, I think on lap 2, which helped me a lot. And they were fighting behind me, which gave me a bit of a gap. So it was a fairly non-eventful race for myself, but I'd rather take that than get the win. So yeah, a good result for us to end the weekend. I don't think as a team we missed out with Saud a bit in the second race, but we'll fight again in Cape Town.
GTC SupaCup race victor in race 2, Jeff Kruger.
Yeah, it was an absolutely crazy race from when the lights went out to the checkered flag. I saw Leighton was catching me at the end, so I knew I just had to keep a constant pace. But I kept a few push to passes towards the end in case of a safety car or something. But no, it was a great race. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and a big thank you to the team for giving me a car capable of winning today. So yeah, looking forward to the championship battle going forward from here.
After East London, the championship looks like this. Volk with 20 points in it over Variawa. Big fight between the two of them. Van Rooyen back into it. Leighton Fourie and Kruger keeping it a two-way fight for Global Touring Car SupaCup. We head to Cape Town for the next round on the 17th of September to Killarney International Raceway. We'll be there with all the action. All this extreme festival action is proudly brought to you by Comcare Medical Scheme, Dunlop Tires, Ferodo, the #1 in brakes, and Invesco.